Oh boy. Hello, SmartSuite Community. I'm excited to bring you a huge update to our software. First and foremost, for those of you that have been a part of our community for a while, you know that people have been asking for recurring tasks. And this is our opportunity to bring you repeating tasks. I don't know what that was for. That's for dramatic effect. We are going to dive right into how you can utilize the new repeating tasks feature today. So jumping right into an example task manager template, you'll notice here that I already have a repeated task management system set up here. So how this works is essentially all you need to do is click on anything that has a due date, right? Then we're going to click repeating task. Now, what is a task exactly? Well, it's anything that has a due date. So that's the only way that this is going to work. So this feature is set up so that you can not only just recur it daily, nope, you can do it weekly, monthly, yearly, days after completion, and different custom options. Let's dive into those a little bit one at a time and how necessarily this works in general. First of all, when you complete a task like this, as you can see, I have this set up to repeat daily. Let's pretend that the date was today. So we see August 22nd here. When I change this to complete, this gets checked off, and then that triggers for this repeating task feature to work. So how this essentially functions is that it then, you'll notice it got rid of the refresh here. And in a repeating task, if I scroll down to the bottom, you'll see that right here, it created this based off of a few different settings. Just taking a glance here, after a task has been repeated, and say it was set to weekly, like this homepage redesign concepts, the repeat task is gotten rid of, and the setting gets moved to here. Now, when I click custom, you'll see that the set status is then set to whatever I allow it to be. So this status is once again correlated with the status property that is regarding to the task's completion. So I can set this to backlog, in process, ready to review. If I did complete, not recommend that one, or on hold. So I could change this to whatever it would be my preference, right? So if I put in process and completed the task, it would then go to in process. Then you could pick what fields to copy. I personally want this to copy pretty much all fields, except for maybe notes to go along with it. So I would untick notes, because notes for that, in my opinion, based on how I work with tasks, would be, opening up this page and then seeing something contextual notes that would be written down, right? And say this was set for in process. I would want this task to not repeat and include those contextual notes. So a nice way for this to be a little bit cleaner of a setup is if I were to set this to status is not complete. So then I would just see all this stuff. So then when I would set this to complete, this homepage redesign, since it's on a weekly cadence currently, in a moment, you'll notice that the completed tasks, it moves over here. And then in a second, September 5th, the week after, pops up here. Now, if we go in here, all of the fields copied over except for the notes. I also would recommend maybe not having the subtasks follow over, but it's really a convenient option for those of us that truly want repeating tasks. You'll notice that here in the custom area, by the way, that it articulates how you create a new task when status is set to completed. It showcases in all of the views, and it's not just me making it up. But in all seriousness, doing it daily is a pretty simple one, but a advanced level to this is that you can skip weekends, which is very good for work. Weekly, very similarly, you can pick multiple different days of the week. For example, this task could repeat on just Tuesday, or it can repeat on Tuesday and Thursday after creating this. And you could also set this to repeat monthly with a multitude of different options. So same day each month. So like the specific 5th is good, but what a lot of people like is, for example, this is the first Tuesday of the month contextually. September 5th is. Proof here for those of you wondering. Or you could pick the first day of the month, the last day of the month, or for example, say you were to pick this, it would be the last Tuesday or the third Tuesday, second Tuesday, etc. Then for yearly, we can set it as just the specific date, which would be awesome. Days after completion is an interesting one. So say, for example, I set this to I make it to be today, and I want this to repeat 4 days or 5 days after completion. And then I make it to in process, press done. That would mean that it should be August 27th. So then when I make this completed, go to completed here, it'll move to this completed view that I have. And then this task should be created in the open and assigned tasks on August 25th. So overall, these are pretty simple and easy to do. I recommend you trying them out in a multitude of different options. These repeating tasks are going to be extremely effective towards improving your workflow. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you have any other questions about repeating tasks, make sure to leave them in a comment down below. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.